in 1920, of course, you know, Prohibition went into effect, actually 1919. Boo, boo, boo. And all the songwriters did protest songs. I mean, there was Goodbye Broadway, Hello Montreal, and the Alcoholic Blues, all kinds of saloon. And this one Irving Berlin wrote, and it's all about an island that we're about 300 or 400 miles from right now. Not so far from here, there's a very lively atmosphere. Everybody's going there this year, and here's a reason. The sea's open last July. Ever since the USA went dry, everybody's going there, and I'm going too. I'm on my way to Cuba, that's where I'm going. Cuba, that's where I'll stay. Cuba, where wine is flowing, and the dark-eyed Stellas, like their fellas, Panatellas. Cuba, where all is happy. Cuba, where all is gay. Why don't you plan a wonderful trip to Havana? Hop on a ship and I'll see you in CUDA. I'm going back to Cuba, that's where I'm going. Cuba, that's where I'll stay. Cuba, where wine is flowing, and the dark-eyed Stellas, like their fellas, Panatellas. Cuba, where folks are happy. Cuba, where all is gay. Why don't you plan a wonderful trip to Havana? Hop on a ship and I'll see you in CUBA. Girl I'm wild about, every time I take her out, I hug her, I squeeze her, I tease her so, and we always can be found where there's no one else around. Do we cuddle, do we pet? Well, you ain't heard nothing yet. I loved her in the morning and I loved her at night. I loved her in the evening when the moon was shining bright. I loved her in the springtime and I loved her in the fall. But last night on the back porch, I loved her best of all.
I loved her in a Hudson, and I loved her in a Nash, in a Kaiser, and a Fraser, and the truck that picks up trash, a Studebaker, and an Edsel. I loved her in them all, but last night in the black Porsche, I loved her best of all. Best of all. See, I told you, Scott, if we waited long enough between the last time we did that and this, there would be a few people who hadn't heard it before.
That's a real groaner.